morning, ma'am.
Hi. Yes, it is, isn't it?
I'll need a signature for this one. Thank you. Have a nice day.
He's been keeping on, Sheriff.
Riley wait for me then?
Of course he would. You know better.
I didn't do anything.
That thing best be on. Yo, my man, you recording this? You better be. My lawyer will be mighty interested in that there tape.
You all set, Sheriff? Thanks much, Riley. Ooh, this is nice and cozy, isn't it? Now we can have a talk.
So you're gonna sweat me, is that it? Well, if you're gonna sweat me, why don't you take me into the box like I see on TV?
Is that where you see the box on TV? No, I'm afraid this is the best we're going to be able to do for you. There's not much call for an interrogation room in this little township. We don't have much call for this kind of day in this township, come to think of it.
Back up. Hey, back up now. Get the fuck down!
August 28th, the time is 2:40 p.m. Location, Midland Township Hall. Conversation with person of interest regarding the armed robbery of Carolina Credit and Trust at approximately 1 p.m. today. Interview conducted by Sheriff Emil Dixon. The name of the interviewee is...
Can you tell the boy your name? Can you tell the boy your name?
You know, I don't recall you or your deputy here reading me my rights.
Oh, come on. We're just having a nice chat, that's all. Anyway, you probably already know I can hold you for 48 hours without any charges.
Doesn't mean I have to say a motherfucking word.
No, it doesn't. But A, this is a proper community of good Christian folks, and we can do without your urban profanity.
Urban?
And B, like you said, your lawyer's going to want to review our records. And he'll see that we conducted ourselves in the proper manner. I'm not going to hold your name against you.
Freeman Finch.
Is that last name first or first?
God damn it, what did I just say? You asked me my name.
Hey, go easy on the boy.
Interviewee, black, adult male, carried no ID at time of apprehension. Interviewee alleges his name to be Mr. Finch Freeman.
I never heard a name like that around here, do you?
Did you say armed robbery before?
Folks around here have pretty plain handles. I figure I can probably count the family names on one hand. There's Marshall, there's Beam, there's, let's see,
Noble?
Noble. I mean, the Nobles own most of the acreage around this place. There aren't any Freemans. You know, sometimes in prison, inmates are taught to give their first names last.
In the military, too.
Is that where you learned it?
I didn't give you my first name last.
Say what?
You got it backwards. My name is Freeman Finch. Mr. Finch.
Oh, how about that? First videotaped interview in the history of the township, and we got the intro wrong. Well, you're not so free right now, are you, Mr. Finch? So let's get down to Clay. You answer a few questions for me, and I'll see if I can get you out of here and on your way home, wherever that is.
Can I have some water?
Due time. You thirsty?
Yeah. My throat's dry.
All that digging, huh?
Don't mind me asking where the dirt's from, do you?
I'm looking at some land. I wanted to see what it was like. How rich it was.
Test it, you mean?
Well, yeah, test it in my own way.
No pH testing or anything too complex, is that it?
I wanted to see how dark it was.
Okay. Is it dark enough for you? Real jet black soil?
Listen, I need to lay out a few facts here so that you know what you're up against.
Oh, I know what I'm up against.
Do you? This is a little bitty town, and we've never had a bank robbery here before.
It's a first, all right.
And you come out of nowhere, flags are gonna go up.
And I suppose you're gonna say I look just like the guy.
Well, jury's still out on that one.
So, let me get this straight. So you pick up a guy who's looking to perhaps buy property in this town, you know, add to your goddamn tax base.
Lang.
Because he's walking along the side of the road and you've never seen him before. Are you telling me that?
Well, the criminal's not going to be one of the townspeople now, is it?
And why is that? No one's desperate around here? These farmers? Shit. The spread I'm looking at's in foreclosure.
None of my citizens did this.
And how do you know? I mean, if you think I'm guilty, you can't be squared away about the situation. You can't be serious.
I'll get the man his water now.
Oh, no. You cannot tell me there are no black people in this town.
Well, there's currently one around here. Whoever made a $461,000 withdrawal from our bank.
But when there's me, that makes two.
To answer your question, none of the folks that live around here are African American. Unless you're planning to make an offer on that place you looked at today.
This is the welcome wagon.
Oh, come on. Now, we're being nice enough, aren't we?
They say different.
Those are for your own safety.
Right.
Now, look, Freeman, you gotta look at this from our angle. You're not from around here. You got no identification. You got no car. You're covered in dirt like you've been out digging somewhere.
Burying something, maybe.
You know? And to top it all off...
To top it all off, what? What?
What he means is, on top of everything, we've got this armed robbery
No. Shh. You were talking about me, not this town. I'm not from here. I'm covered in dirt. And to top it all off, I'm... What?
Easy, son.
Say it! Hey, say it! Whoa, I'm black. Say it. Say it.
Don't you make me shoot.
I'm handcuffed. I'm in a jail cell.
You are threatening peace officers right now, and that is on tape. Now, sit down.
No, not until he says it. You want to shoot me on camera? Shoot me. You say what you were gonna say.
You want to get shot over this?
I like my odds. You haven't charged me with shit. I'm innocent. And all I'm doing is standing up.
All I was gonna say was you're not dressed like a man going to look at real estate.
Bullshit. And I'll tell you something, deputy. You want to shoot me? You're gonna want to burn that videotape there, because it'll bury you.
Okay, all right. Okay, listen, what I was gonna say, okay, was, yes, I see you're black. Riley sees you're black. We're looking for a black guy now. If you want to call that racist, that's something else again.
No. I call it logical. It's the fact that we all look alike to you that's racist.
What do you... Neither of us were at the bank. You fit the description of the perpetrator. Plain and simple. And this isn't worth the walls of Jericho falling down here. Come on. This should be a civil conversation. No need for this to end tragically. Here. Sit down, all right?
I don't understand why you're being so nice to him, sir.
Because he's our guest. Because we don't know that he's done anything wrong yet.
Yet.
Oh, come on. You got to admit, you got some explaining to do.
My car broke down. I walked to the property I wanted to see. By the time I got back, the car had either been towed...
We called every wrecking yard in the county.
...or stolen. That seems impossible to you?
Under the circumstances, if it's not impossible, it is at least one heck of a coincidence.
Coincidences happen.
Yeah. I leave those to the juries to decide.
Wow. Unbelievable. The court wants nothing from you. It receives you when you come and it dismisses you when you go.
Oh, look. We got a reader here. What, so this is straight out of Kafka, you're saying? Well, see, now we're getting somewhere. See, now we're breaking down the stereotypes here. Except, see, I think you're a gangbanger. Only knows about Kafka from some rap song, and you think that I only know about him from, I don't know, required reading at Klan College. You see, you're smarter than I was giving you credit for. But I'd be careful, son, because that knife cuts two ways. This is not about existential confusion. This is about a crime that I have every intention of solving.
You have no idea what this is about.
Sheriff? Meredith's here for you.
To be continued. Listen, I can only imagine how frightening that must have been for you. I mean, look at how the day just busted wide open with violence.
I just really want to go home.
Or maybe I should see Dr. Colton. Yeah. My heart is still pounding.
You have to do this, Meredith. I mean, the man pointed a gun in your face.
That's exactly the problem, Emil. You're asking me to act as if the...
Hey!
Look, this kind of thing doesn't go on in Midland. And no one should think that it does.
Hey!
This can't go unanswered.
Hey!
We stand up for ourselves around here.
I'll go see what he needs.
You didn't need anything. He's just whining because he got caught.
Like a rat in a trap.
He's in our custody and he's crying out. Shouldn't somebody check on him?
Don't get too close. Listen, Meredith.
Yes,
You have to see him and make an identification.
we have the security tape.
It doesn't show us enough. Meredith, I need you to do this. I need you to look at him, the guy who held a gun on you, and tell me he's the one.
You're sure he is the one?
Are you in distress?
that way.
It means
I
that
know
you...
what it means. But what kind of manual told you to use a word like that? You people think you're some kind of big city outfit? Distress. All NYPD blue.
If you're not in distress...
I'm an innocent man who's behind bars due to the simple fact that I'm black. That shit is distressing, by definition.
But I'm saying... You were crying out. If you are in immediate danger or require medical assistance, then I am allowed to help you.
Otherwise, you're not stepping foot in here, huh? I have to be having some kind of seizure. What's your name?
Heather. What's yours?
They talking about the color of my skin out there? Heather? They are, aren't they?
Everything okay back here?
Oh, what in the world?
Did you turn that on?
Well, it's not like it turned on by itself.
You can't do that.
Why not? It's here to record what happens to me while I'm in custody, right? Well, just because you're not back here doesn't mean I'm not still in custody. You guys have a problem with object permanence?
Look, the camera is here to record the interview. Something that Miss Noble has nothing to do with.
Oh, you mean Heather? Hey, I saw that police brutality.
Shut up.
What are you trying to hide?
What are you trying to pull?
We'll talk later. All right, Heather? Okay, sugar?
Prisoner was messing with our equipment.
Hey. Do you erase anything?
I don't think so. I think he was just recording more.
What's he trying to prove?
I don't know, Sheriff. We're not doing anything wrong. I suppose he's just looking for a reaction.
It's baiting us, I guess. Listen, we don't want to fall for it. Cool heads, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, we are by the book on this one. So far.
Even so, we're treading lightly here. I mean, that business with your sidearm, that didn't help.
Maybe you take a run at him alone for a try. I steer clear?
Good thinking, Riley.
You running the clock out?
How's that?
There's only so much tape. Click. It gets to the end. It's open season.
Open season in what way?
You know. The stuff comes out. The real you.
Well, we can change the tapes out quick as a wink, son. Got plenty more in the supply closet.
What'd you just call me?
Son.
It wasn't boy? I thought it was.
No, I think you're hearing things. Good thing we got that camera going. You can double check.
Oh, yeah. Good thing.
Good thing. Let's go to the videotape. See, the thing is, Freeman, you're up against it. You are. I mean, you can play cool and you can play the race card, but the fact remains.
And what fact is that?
The fact that our bank gets ripped off, and 10 minutes later we find you, a stranger and a man who's got no business being in Midland, walking along looking suspicious.
Is that how I look to you? Like I have no business to take care of?
You know as well as I do, there's only one reason that you would visit our little town. Well, why don't you save us all a lot of time? Go ahead and admit the reason.
Excuse me. Do you know where Pulaski is?
I've heard of it. Maybe 40 miles from here. You're not that close. You have to go south on 52.
South on 52. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Son of a bitch. Look at this. Seems we're dealing with an undesirable element, boys.
Turn around right now.
Just looking at some property in the area, officers.
Sheriff, this is car 4-2. Can you come in?
Go ahead, Eric.
We found something.
Why you keep saying boy?
I'm not calling you boy. It's in your head.
The hell it is, sir. I heard you.
Well, if I did say that, and I don't think I did, then I apologize. It's what I'm used to calling my son.
But you're not 38, is it?
No.
It don't sit right with me, just hearing it. Or maybe you don't mean nothing by it, maybe you do. All I know is I get a white cop saying it to me and I react negatively.
Okay, then. If we've cleared up all the direct address issues, if we're PC, let's go over your story again.
It's not a story.
Then let's go over your statement again, sir.
Thank you.
Coming through my town on the same day, do you?
No need to know the chances. It happened. Unless the other guy was wearing blackface, I know it happened because I'm not the guy who robbed your bank.
You might want to consider telling me where you buried that money, boy. Make life a whole hell of a lot easier.
There it is again. You can stop calling me boy.
Your polite time is over. You come into my town, you take what's not yours, you lie. I'll call you whatever the hell I want, boy. And that ain't the worst of it.
Johnny.
Yep.
What do you make of this?
Sheriff ain't gonna believe it.
God.
I'm not armed.
What's in there? What's in the bag?
Oh, Jesus. That's the duffel bag from the security team. Johnny, this is the money from the robbery.
He's right.
He's not talking to you, boy!
You don't have to point it at me. I'm not a criminal.
No? What are you then?
I'm a college professor.
Better get the sheriff on here.
Kersan's University?
Yeah, in Chicago.
Jesus. Let me process all this and I'll get back to you.
Roger.
Was that the bank? Did they get a deposit they weren't expecting?
What do you know about this returning the money?
Only everything.
Well, then, we better elevate the conversation here then, hadn't we?
It looks like the answers you were seeking are over at the bank. That'd be my first stop if I were you.
Would it?
Mm-hmm. Have your conversation there.
And who would I be conversing with?
Why don't I introduce you? Freeman? Arthur.
Okay, then. We better thresh everything out from the jump. And if it don't add up, there'll be hell to pay. So all this.
I can explain everything.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my man.
The gun's a toy, sir. Presumably the one that was used throughout the course of the robbery. But we're still reviewing the videotapes to validate that.
I would never use a real
The
gun.
business cards. But you can see that for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Arthur Greer, PhD.
That's me.
School of Behavioral Psychology.
Well, specifically the Department of Social Psychology. And of course, you know my associate, Freeman Finch. Freeman is with the African American Studies Department. Gentlemen, we'd like to share some news with you. You're all a part of an unique experiment in racial dynamics and bias. Here.
Don't you move!
Hey! Whoa. I was just gonna show him the check. You can see. It's made out to your township. It should cover the costs of the day.
The day?
Hey, you know, gas, wear and tear on the vehicles, videotape, maybe some overtime involved.
Ammunition.
Put the gun down, Johnny.
The university is very sensitive to the opportunity costs of involving law enforcement.
So, let me get this straight. You saying we're on some kind of candid camera?
Look, we've returned the money. No one was hurt, and none of the other communities we visited have found it necessary to file charges.
You've done this another place?
Several, yes. And we always alert the state police beforehand.
Sheriff, this is a high-level sociological experiment.
Look, why don't we go somewhere and discuss this like civilized people? You don't want the busybodies around here knowing your dirty beliefs and darkest secrets. How were they with the tape?
It wasn't a fight at all. When they see themselves a certain way, there's no objective view of behavior.
So do you think we should review it with them?
Hey, you want to let me know what's going on with this experiment so I can decide just how bad to ream you?
I think it's pretty simple.
I think we should wait to get to the station, Freeman.
You might want to come clean while I'm still in a good mood, gentlemen.
We'll wait until we see the tape.
What the hell for? There's nothing on that tape. Make life a whole hell of a lot easier. You come into my town, you take what's not yours, you lie. I'll call you whatever I want, boy. That ain't the worst of it.
And there it is again. You can stop calling me boy.
I understand. I get what you're doing. Okay, give me that. I get it. Okay? But that's all out of context.
Right. Well, we get that a lot too. Out of context. Actually, this experiment is specifically designed to contextualize these issues.
Arthur, tell them about the linguistics department.
Right. At the university, we have a team of language scientists who will parse the video.
What does that mean, parse?
Well, they go over it carefully.
Now, these are experts. For example, there'll be a column for nigger, tracking its frequency of use.
They factor in the volume, the vehemence of usage, repetition, that sort of thing.
Obviously, we'll need all of your other interviews with me. I think we went through 2 tapes, or maybe 3. Was it 3?
No, but that's all township property.
That's not a problem. I mean, we can make copies and return the originals.
We've got some forms in the car that you need to
No,
fill
but
out.
I'm not gonna let you take these.
Just so we're clear, when we say no names will be a part of the report, we mean people, towns, even states. I mean, that's a basic experimental principle we follow.
We identify all this as merely a rural region in the Midwest.
Pulaski could be any place.
All the faces will be pixelated. Are you familiar with that concept?
See, I don't care about the pixels. You do not have my permission to take this material.
Sir, we've had this conversation with law enforcement heads in a dozen other communities. They all eventually come around.
Well, not this one, because we're not racist.
Either way, there's nothing for you to be concerned about.
This is a survey. You and your men are data points.
We're trying to learn about the world, Sheriff. It's our job. Help us do it. We helped you do yours today.
Says you.
I'm sorry. A half hour ago, you had an unsolved bank robbery on your hands. That vanished. Hey, can Arthur just add one thing? It may change your mind. Just tell him.
Well, the check we offered to cover any unplanned expenses you may have incurred. Well, by endorsing it, the township grants us the right to use the interview footage.
You mean this? Talking about this?
Yeah.
We don't need your money. We don't need to be crunched by your data, and we don't need your experiment. Now get out of here.
They do experimentation in human sexuality. They get solid data on masturbation, cross-dressing, cheating. Do you think we'd ever get to know anything about that if people thought they'd personally be looked at?
Listen. I said, just get out of here.
Okay. We respect your decision.
You are forcing us to repeat the experiment, so at the very least, can we count on your discretion in revealing our technique?
Yeah, I'll tell you, nobody is going to talk about this. You know why? Because none of it ever happened.
There was no chance he was even considering turning those tapes over for 1 second, was there?
Nope.
And he's gonna be thinking about this all
year, probably. Man just had to accept he's a goddamn racist. He's been able to dance around it, but he had to look into the mirror without a mask.
It's kind of an unexpected benefit of doing this. What's it like? Walking away with 300 grand.
Feels pretty good. Maybe you'll see. Maybe next time you play the bank robber, and I'll try out Mr. Freeman Finch.
Oh, man.
Freeman. Well, you got an answer? I asked you a question.
Am I going to admit the reason that I'm here? I'll answer that with a question. What the fuck's wrong with the answer I already gave?
Looking at property.
So you're concluding a man of my heritage can't buy land? Is that the crux of your case against me?
If it were up to me, you would have got your 40 acres and a mule. Listen, I'm gonna go back over the bank's security tapes with a fine-tooth comb. So if you got anything you want to say to me, this is your last chance.
What would you want an innocent man to say, Gomer?
Not good. How about you? Have any luck with her?
She can't face him.
I know. You know, it'd be great if Meredith could say that she saw him pull into the parking lot. You know? Maybe she got a look at his face when he got out of the car before he put his mask on.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It'd be great.
Not the way it happened, though. No. Well, if she won't ID him in person, I have another idea.
So what's the situation? Hey, what the hell was that for? I didn't give you permission to take my picture.
Smart, educated. You got doctorates in psychology and sociology, for Christ's sake. You can do this. Just quit being so damn scared.
How's it going?
Oh, not bad, thanks.
You see that? Does that Sambo think I'm gonna steal his piece of shit ride?
You know what you ought to do? We should teach him a lesson.
Help you, man?
Do you have any reading glasses?
Nah, nothing like that.
Okay. What about...
We have a lost and found box.
You have any glasses in there?
Hold on. Yeah.
Can I have them?
Well, it depends. You have to describe them so I know they're yours.
But they're not mine.
It says right on the box, claimant must describe items accurately.
Never mind. Give me a pack of adders. They're plastic. 2 lenses, little hooks for behind your ears.
Accurate enough for me.
Coming back now.
And it's clear that when the weather's good, it's because the weather's good. And there's no underlying.
Hey, Slick, can I ask you something? What's with locking the doors? You don't trust your fellow man?
You know what, buddy? It's just a force of habit. I'm from the city.
That's supposed to impress me?
I'm gonna get in my car now.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a nice evening there.
Yeah, you too.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
I like it this way. I like it this way. I get guilty with a hangover, but I like it this way.
Now, do you recognize any of these faces, Meredith? Take your time. Take all the time you need.
That one. From the movies. Sheriff, I keep telling you, I didn't see the man.
But you know it was a man, right? See, maybe there's things that you don't know you know.
Do you think I can't tell what you're doing? Where these pictures came from? I'm not an idiot. Are you trying to get me to say something that isn't true?
Sheriff? I'm gonna take Meredith back to the bank. Her car's there.
Okay.
Then you want me to come back?
It's okay. You go on home.
I don't mind.
What could you do here?
What are you going to do with him?
What are you talking about? I can hold him for 48 hours, Heather.
I know. But what's the charge? Being black?
How dare you?
I'm sorry, but you taught me I have to say something if I see an injustice.
That's what you see. You know me better than this.
I thought I did. You don't have a witness. You don't have the money. You don't have a confession.
I have a feeling.
I have a feeling too. I talked to him. He's not a thug.
All right. Listen. People can fool you. All right? You're a kid. You don't get this yet, but you never know what a man is capable of.
Just promise me you'll think about what you're doing here.
All right. You promise me you take care of Meredith, you get yourself home, and you spend the evening trying to remember that you don't really live in a town where this kind of thing can happen. Okay? You hear me? Tampering with the evidence?
Is the clock on this thing set right?
Don't know why not. I'm not a technology whiz. You ought to see me set my alarm clock. It's almost 7, though, if that's what you're asking.
That's what this says.
Well, great. And everybody's in sync.
Okay. Okay, obviously something's gone wrong.
Well, besides grand larceny, you mean? Because that's about as wrong as it gets around here.
No. Something's not going according to plan. So I guess I'm gonna have to make the presentation my colleague usually makes.
Colleague? So I'll handle it, Deputy.
I have to help you understand something that you're not gonna want to process. It'll take some getting used to.
Is this a confession, Freeman?
Of a sort, but not the way you're thinking. You think it's possible for us to go somewhere and talk?
Where do you think you've been all day? This is a place to talk.
I don't think this cage is necessary anymore. Is there maybe an office that we can use?
Nothing has changed. You're concerned that it's 7 o'clock. That's irrelevant to me.
It won't be.
We're staying in the cell.
We don't need that anymore.
No, like you say, we need to have a record.
All right. All right, you got everybody's attention, Freeman. What's your big news?
There was no bank robbery.
Now, is this your way of saying that you're going to plead insanity?
It just looked like armed robbery.
Oh, is that so? Well, it was a dead ringer, I say.
Yep. He's going for diminished capacity, all right.
Just listen. The man who, I don't want to say robbed the bank.
Of course you don't.
The man who appears to have robbed the bank, he wasn't me. He was my associate. But he's supposed to have brought the money back by now.
Bring the money back.
Something must have happened.
You know, I haven't dealt with a lot of armed felons, but they don't tend to do things like that.
This is usually wrapped up within a few hours.
Usually?
The biggest problem is the government. Did anyone call the FDIC yet?
The what?
Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation.
They're the ones who guaranteed depositors money. Has anyone from the bank reported the crime?
Listen, you're going to learn all about how we handled your investigation at your trial. Right now, that is proprietary information.
Look, the whole Please. I'm gonna explain something to you that's gonna make your day a hell of a lot easier. I just need to know about the FDIC notification. We've done a couple of these where that call was made and they screw everything up. Please.
I don't think anybody from the bank would have called the government without clearing it with me.
Good. Good, that's the big hurdle.
What is all this about?
Look, I really don't know how this is going to go over. Because traditionally, when we have this discussion, my associate's in the room. That's crucial. But secondly, And more important, psychologically, I think, the money's already been returned.
Now you keep saying that, which means that despite your earlier protests of innocence, you're involved in this.
I'm afraid you don't even know what this is, Sheriff. You're a part of an experiment.
Thanks.
You're welcome. That has got to be the craziest story I ever heard.
Yeah. Well, there's a part of me that thinks the same. And then there's the part that looks at the facts. You saw how concerned he was that the videotape was always on. And all of that talk about the way we say things.
Smoke and mirrors. He's got nothing else. He's down to diversionary tactics.
Right. He's a stick-up man. Where's his car?
He broke down, leaving the scene. So he stashed it in somebody's barn.
And he just starts walking. Right? And he stays on the main road. He doesn't stick to the woods.
But there's all the ravines.
What? It's daylight. The ravines aren't a problem. And what direction does he go? He heads towards town.
Well, he just got turned around, that's all.
He's looking to get caught. He's looking like a criminal.
Oh, because that's what he is.
Too much like one. No, there's something to this.
If you say so. But even if that's true, what are we supposed to do about it?
Well, that is the question, Edgar. That is the magic question.
You believe me?
You gave us an alternate theory of the crime.
I keep telling you,
that
there
has
was no
more evidence
crime.
than the theory we've been running with. And not only that, it is a convoluted puzzle box. Occam's razor tells us which one to pursue.
What we're stuck with is us needing some compelling evidence.
We just called the state trooper barracks. I just wanted you to hear. They confirmed someone called in a vague threat about a false crime somewhere in the state.
We soft pedal. The experiment is crippled if a blanket warning goes out to banks statewide.
Police called it a prank.
And we tried the university. There's nobody there until Monday morning.
We can't wait that long. Something happened to Arthur Greer. We have to find him now.
Hey, ball's in your court. Convince us, Professor.
The property I was looking at during the robbery, where I made it look like I could have buried money, well, I did bury something. It's my insurance policy, in case things go wrong. A fail-safe.
Will you tell us what you buried and where? We'll go fetch it for you.
No, you'll never find it. I have to go with you. It's just up here ways. On the left, after the barn.
If the gun is stashed there, be forewarned, I will ventilate you before you can raise it.
There is no gun. The guy who's at the bank isn't the guy who was here. Here. Take a look.
Blue Jay Motel. That's way over by the Capitol.
The experiment requires that no one from the target town could possibly recognize us. You've only got one bed and breakfast here.
Our word would get around.
And this is your alibi.
I seen him. Number 107, Dr. somebody.
Dr. Finch?
I don't remember his last name. He had a weird first name, though. All the girls in the coffee shop were talking about it. Freeman.
Right. Right. Now, did this Freeman sign anything? Registration cards, anything of that nature?
We take a credit card imprint.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot. The other one put his charge card down.
Arthur M. Greer. Well, say they both stayed in the one room.
I know. They said they were on some kind of grant or something, and the budget was tight. I believe it must be, because honestly, 2 rooms at the Blue Jay won't exactly break the bank.
Right. And I see you write down automobile information as well.
People use our parking lot for the strip club across the street. Then guests don't have a spot.
Silver 4-door. License number SHE021. Hey, you mind if I take a look at 107?
Your boss is thorough. I'll give him that.
I'm supposed to be at the desk.
This is only gonna take a minute. So has this room been cleaned?
Oh, yeah.
What's Chicago like?
Why? You aren't happy with Midland, Opie?
Nah, I just might like to see the world someday. That's all.
Yeah? This goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover.
You ever run this experiment with 2 white guys in a black town?
Several times.
Does it turn out the same?
Nope.
So, anybody stay with these guys while they were here?
Nuh-uh.
Right. Does this phone work if there's no one booked in the room?
It's more trouble than it's worth turning them off.
Right. Well, your buddy's not dead in the motel room.
I could have told you that. His car's gone.
Your story checks out. To a point.
It's all true. We did this last week in Minnesota. You can call Orion Savings and Loan there. They'll tell you all the money was returned.
That doesn't get you a pass. I mean, even if we're not talking about armed robbery, there's a whole slew of charges we can come up with.
Do you honestly think the university would sign off on this research if we were exposed like that? If my associate had shown up, I'd be on my way home by now. Work done, no charges. I've seen it. It's not a crime. It's a misunderstanding.
By your own admission, you're a conspirator in an incident where a whole hell of a lot of money that's not yours has gone missing.
We find my colleague, and this will all get squared away.
Has it ever occurred to you that your colleague might have gotten tempted to keep what he took?
No.
That's human nature.
We are not criminals.
You don't have to be a criminal to want to keep a great big sack of money that you suddenly hold.
It would have happened before.
You know, I gotta assume you're some kind of mastermind of psychology. Is that how you can be so sure?
Fish and A, chips, B, fowl, C, bowl, or D, loaves?
Oh, I can't remember.
You must make a selection.
But it hurts. The last one stung bad. I can't concentrate.
A, chips, B, fowl, C, bowl, or D, loaves. You've agreed to make a selection.
I really don't.
The experiment requires that you make a selection.
Okay, give me D.
That is an incorrect word pair.
Set your dial on 255 volts and administer the punishment. Who's learning? Turn the dial on 255 and continue, please.
It really sounded like it hurt last time. He kind of yelped.
That's not your concern. He chose the wrong answer. You're obligated to continue.
I need to talk to you.
Professor, I'm so glad you're here. Our test subject told us he has a heart condition.
The experiment requires that you continue. I need you.
Up to 5 intervals.
I'm here for the memory test. Excellent.
So what's so urgent?
The whole thing. I'm telling you, it's down to a matter of weeks, months tops.
I think you're doing everything you can.
You know, starting right now, that's actually true for a change.
Hey, wait. It's not the 6th floor. Look, you know I don't have the stomach for actually seeing. It's hard enough just
Not
thinking of...
6 this time. I gotta get out of this building. And you know what, brother? We're about to see exactly what you have the stomach for.
So something happened on 6th?
What makes you so sure this is about her?
Oh, come on. This is about the situation, because it's always about the situation, so the situation must have gotten worse.
Worse? How can it? Nothing's changed on 6.
Okay, then why did you pull me away in the middle of the experiment?
Nothing's changed with her. But me, something did. I saw the light. I now realize that action is required. Action is everything.
Look, I don't like where this is going. The list?
The list? The list is false hope.
It's the process.
It's lighting a fucking candle on the altar. Waiting won't work. Those people aren't gonna do anything about it. So we are.
We?
Tell me the truth. Is that anyone you recognize? I want you to see what I see.
I feel for you, man. I do. It's no cakewalk for me to live through this either. But this here is Bush League psychology. That doesn't work on professionals.
We'll see. But I need you to understand we can't live on hope anymore.
Hey, man, what else is there but hope at this point?
The black market.
That is not a plan. Look, for starters, you don't even know how to find...
There are ways. Believe it or not, even the people involved purely on a professional level, the ones with no skin in the game, some of them, they hate the way the system works. They hate the red tape. So somebody on the 6th floor, they gave me a lead. It's in Argentina.
This is not something you buy your way out of.
If you have to, you do it. It isn't bargain basement, all right? You pay and you pay. But you know I can't let a thing like that constrain my options.
I don't know a lot about the black market, but...
Well, it doesn't take credit cards.
You would have to rob a bank to get the kind of money you'd need. That's crazy. You are not a criminal.
No, I'm not. But I figured a way to make it rain money, which is critical right now. No one will ever know they've been taken. I've looked at every angle.
Except the one that helps you see that you are risking your life.
No. Bottom line, this has to happen now. And if I can't do it, then what the fuck is my life worth anyway?
Okay. All right, stop. Hey. We're family. I got your back. So what's the next move?
You and I are going on sabbatical. There's this place I discovered. A place of higher learning in a certain artistic field of endeavor.
Where?
Staten Island says you told him you think you can move amounts in the hundreds of thousands?
If you make it, we can move it.
I always knew Staten Island was an idiot. You're wasting my fucking time. I'm an artist, and you know, artists are touchy fucks. So if I were you, I'd leave before you get on my bad side. We can
get 300 grand into circulation in one day. Maybe more. Just give us a shot.
You fuck-ups know anything about laundering money?
We got a plan.
Oh, well you do. Good. What, a couple of cowboys? You got it all figured out? You know, every shithead lowlife in America would be faking money if they could get their greasy hands on a $30 million Reichenbach web-fed press, but they don't have 2 dimes to rub together. Now me, I'm smart enough to procure access to one, so when you come to me with your stupid ideas...
But see, that's the thing. Look, the thing is, your expenses are fixed. I mean, come on. What'll it cost for you to print up 300K for us? $1,000? If that. Look, we know we're not in your line of work, all right? But we've got enough sense to know that your issue isn't a matter of production. What you have is a distribution problem. All right. Let's say we walk out of here with that kind of cash and get shot down like dogs. What are you really out?
Oh, I'm out all right, gents. You leave a little trail of blood right to my door is all.
Check me out. Do I really look like the kind of man who's planning on getting himself killed?
Anybody who tells me they have a way to move that much questionable paper in one throw is deluded. So it don't matter much if you seem like you have a death wish, because I hate to break it to you, you do have a death wish.
We take 300 in dirty paper. We show up back here in less than a week, slap down a clean 100 grand.
It's a 100-fold return on your manufacturing cost.
That sound good to you?
It sounds like a crack pipe dream.
We have a plan. And we're talking no risk to you.
No risk. Well, like I said, homies, not a such thing as no risk once my bills leave that door. Hold on. What do you drive?
How's that?
What kind of motor vehicle do you bullnuts drive?
A Nissan Altima.
SUV. My work requires the kind of specificity you cannot begin to imagine, and you tell me SUV. Let's try it again. Try a little harder.
Stout scarab.
It's stout scarab. They still make those pieces of crap. Okay. 330 on loan. You owe me a century clean, and I hold both your pay slips for collateral.
All right. As promised, your cut. 100 grand. Clean as a baby's ass.
I don't know what kind of babies you've been hanging out with, but... Guess Staten Island isn't as stupid as he's always seemed. Okay. I'll need this.
What was that?
I'm gonna call it an insurance policy on the deal.
You have our pink slips.
Oh, yeah. Those were to protect my investment. That was to protect my reputation. If you didn't make good, I was gonna have you killed.
Always good to have a plan B.
Yeah, something tells me I'm preaching to the choir on that one. How'd you do it?
Excuse me. Do you know where Pulaski is?
I've heard of it. Maybe 40 miles from here. You're not that close.
You ready? Ready to run everything.
Get down! Down now! Hurry up!
Stop your walking and turn around right now.
Just looking at some property in the area.
Dr. Greer, this is the 4 o'clock reminder call you asked for.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm not calling you boy. It's in your head. Got it. What are you making?
I'm not on! I'm not on! What's in there?
This is money from the robber.
Sands University?
I can explain everything. Arthur Greer, PhD. That's me. You were all part of a unique experiment in racial dynamics and bias. Nobody is going to talk about this.
Because none of it ever happened.
Man just have to accept he's a goddamn racist. You ever look into the mirror without a mask? Kind of unexpected benefit of doing it.
Trade secret. Psychology's a hell of a thing. I'm 100% sure Dr. Greer didn't run off with the money and leave me.
Look like?
Well, my gut tells me that this actually played out the way that Sigmund Freud here said it did. So,
Call out the volunteers? Start organizing search parties?
I'm inclined to see where this leads without involving the cavalry. Why'd you pick our town? We're not racist here.
That's two different questions. The way we pick our sites, it's all demographics. We don't sit down and say, let's expose those backward people in Midland. It's about distance from airports and colleges, whether there's a daily newspaper. It's a reliable formula.
It doesn't make me feel any better.
Well, the answer to your second question is, you are racist.
Oh.
You always are. You're not the exception. There's no exception.
Oh, Sheriff, right there. Whoa.
Well, that wasn't like that yesterday, was it?
No, sir.
All right, here we go. That your friend?
Yeah.
Well, that's good news. He He's coming back after all.
But I told you.
You think he survived that?
Only one way to find out, Edgar. So who's going down? He's your boy, after all. Oh, is it? Can I use that word? I mean, under the circumstances.
We're the police, Sheriff. This here's our job.
Yeah, our job was a hell of a lot quieter before Freeman showed up in town, wasn't it? Well, listen, if you want to make your case that your little stunt at the bank was high-minded science and not a crime, then I don't see why we got to risk our lives to retrieve your witness. You go fetch your credentials, the check from the university you've been talking about, and there's all that misunderstood money, and I'll get an ambulance out here for your friend.
Now, you're absolutely sure you put the parking brake on?
Don't worry.
I got it! Wesley! Wesley!
Yep, we can hear you. The science is pretty dangerous there, Professor. You killed a man.
What should I do?
Money still in the car?
Let me check. Yeah, it's here.
Hook it to the line. We'll pull it up.
You want me to take off this line? Are you crazy?
You're gonna have to take it off sooner or later so we can tow the car up.
Then let's do it all together.
Hey, there is a risk of fire in this situation. I don't know if you're aware of it, Freeman. Currency burns.
Hey, I burn too.
Well, that is less of a problem for me. Listen, somebody's got to be down there to hook the tow line to the car. Now, like it or not, you're not coming topside until that rust bucket does. All right, so let's get the evidence up here, nice and careful. The evidence that exonerates you, and then we'll get you in that heap up.
All right, hold on.
People can fool you. You never know what a man is capable of.
So, call out the volunteers? Start organizing search parties?
I'm inclined to see where this leads without involving the cavalry. I mean, you don't have to.
No. I'd want to be a part of that.
Yeah? As long as we're aware of the dangers, you know.
Like you said. See where it leads.
I mean, I just need to know where you stand. If this suddenly all goes down, we're both on the same page.
Definitely.
Okay, then. What did I tell you, Edgar? Almighty God made him different from you and me. He sure didn't make him any smarter. The thing is, Freeman, nobody except me and Deputy Riley know anything about this recovered money. That kind of puts us in a very interesting position.
Heaven knows. She'll dig around, piece this thing together. And I promise, she'll turn on you.
Actually, does this phone work if there's no one booked in the room?
It's more trouble than it's worth turning them off.
Right. You suppose I could just use it right quick?
Sure.
That's taken care of.
Hello?
Yeah. Hi, is Heather there, please?
She doesn't want to talk to you.
Excuse me for just a minute. Yeah, Sarah, it's Emil.
I know, Sheriff.
I had some news that I wanted to tell Heather. I don't want her losing sleep about the guest we had today.
Mr. Finch.
Yeah, Mr. Finch.
Freeman Finch.
Heather doesn't want to come to the phone right now.
I can respect that. Okay, could you give her a message for me, please? We got word from a towing company over in Cumberland. They got a new phone number when the area codes changed, and I guess Edgar'd been trying to reach them all day long.
They towed him all the way to Cumberland.
Yeah, it was a mix-up. So, if you could please tell her that I checked out the car and his wallet was there. You see, your house hunting story checked out. We couldn't prove anything, so we let you go. The way you just let go of all of that money. You almost got back up here, you know that? You were so close. But you just can't stick to it. You people, no fire in the belly.
They'll find 2 bodies.
Sure they will. Find the guy that robbed the bank, and they'll find his getaway driver. Doesn't mean he had anything to do with the fellow that we had in the jail cell. Don't you know you folks all look the same? Especially when you're burnt beyond recognition.
No! You're the fucking police!
Like I told you, Freeman, people can surprise you.
My name's not Freeman!
Whoever you you are. Thanks for the retirement present.
Hey, Dixon! I just gotta say, you think you're on top of this thing? Like I told you once before.
Sheriff, you have no idea
what this is about. You never did.
Throw the bag down.
What?
You heard me. It's no good. Throw the bag down. You want your share? There it is.
That squirrely bastard. Rolling counterfeiting.
Let it go.
That's what we call a stalemate, motherfucker!
Daddy went for help? Remember how I said that he was going to go to the ends of the earth to get what you need?
Did you hear from Daddy?
Bottom line, this has to happen now. And if I can't do it, then what the fuck is my life worth anyway? Hey, we're family. I got your back.
If you're the right person, I need to arrange international transportation for a medical patient.
Of course I can help you with that, ma'am. Let's start with, what is your destination? Ma'am? Your destination?
Argentina.
On the map of broken hearts, from London Bridge to Battery Park, I see you just made your mark. And though they've written your footnote in the book of vanquished hope, it's in the long and boring part. So don't lose the thrill. Don't say you'll save yourself until you're sure there will be a guaranteed happy ending. Happy ending. say you'll save yourself until you're sure you'll never be. But if that's really what you need, I will tell you lies, say anything to make you smile again. Get ready then, 'cause here it comes. There's a God above, the world's alright, people are good. Might as well believe in happy endings. Might as well believe, might as well believe. 'Cause if yes, there's a God above, the world's alright, people are good and we might as well believe in happy endings. Might as well believe, might as well believe in happy endings. There's a blackbird singing on yonder hedge. He'll sing for you till you forget. Then he'll fly away, come back another day. There's a blackbird sitting on your window ledge. But don't you cry, don't you fret. He'll fly away, come back another day. There's a blackbird sitting on your bedspread. Its time will come, but not just yet. You fly away, come back another day. There's a blackbird hovering above your head. But close your eyes, fly back and rest. You fly away, come back another day. There's a blackbird sitting there